Xenophobia. Xenophobia.
Attack it. Give it energy.
Xylophone.
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 Hit it.
Sack. Zack. Zambia. Zapping. Zebra. Zero. Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe. Zinc. Zip. Zipper.
Zipper.
Zipper. Zodiac.
No.
Zodiac.
Headphones on. You're not hearing the difference. You're not hearing the difference. I can hear the difference.
Zodiac.
That's it. We want a pure Z from the beginning to the end and nothing else.
Zone. Zoo.
Yes.
Zoo. Zoo. Zeal. Seal.
Zeal, zeal. Sink, zinc.
Seal, zeal. Sink, zinc. Zoo, zoo.
Again.
Seal, zeal.
Seal. Double length. Seal.
Seal, zeal. Sink, zinc. Zoo, zoo.
Okay. So, we can do the S's, no problem for us. The Z's, that's the second column here.
Yeah. Diabetes, herpes, news, series, species.
You got it, you got it. Okay, second column.
Athens, Achilles,
Achilles.
Achilles, Archimedes,
Archimedes.
Archimedes, Brussels,
What did you do wrong then?
Brussels,
You fucked up the first one because you were thinking about the second one.
Brussels,
So the first one, how do you pronounce the first S?
S,
And the second?
Z,
You did them both Z. Okay.
Brussels,
Again, you did it.
yeah, Brussels, Brussels,
You're getting them both Z. So the first thing you did today was both all S. Now you're doing everything Z.
Brussels,
Brussels.
Brussels,
Brussels.
Brussels, Brussels,
Brussels.
Brussels,
Don't go onto the Z till you've got the S really good. Okay?
Brussels.
Brussels. So when you hear you've got it right, you keep on the S till you're sure you've got 100% S. Then change.
Brussels,
That's it. Now shorten it.
Brussels,
A little less short.
Brussels,
They're both Z. Brussels.
Brussels.
Because you've got to think, you have the and the L before you have to do the Z. You've got plenty of time to prepare this. You don't
Brussels.
need to. That's it. And also, where's the stress?
In the first.
Why?
Because it ends in a consonant. And because it's a noun.
Yes. So you have plenty of time to change to the Z. You don't have to worry too early about changing to the Z. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Brussels.
Brussels.
No. Brussels.
Brussels.
That's it. So I want you to think about the and the L before you get to the Z.
Okay. Brussels.
That's it.
Ah.
You're fixating on the Z and then you're really fucking up.
Yeah.
That's why people say, everybody says it.
Brussels.
In my office, everybody says I'm worse than before. No?
No. I don't think they can.
They do, because it's like your tennis. I can make you worse before you get better.
Yeah. Like golf.
Or golf, or running, or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires is Spanish.
That's true, that's true, and I would accept an English pronunciation, a Spanish pronunciation of that. But if we're going to do it in an English way, how would we do it?
Buenos. I mean, I feel stupid.
Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires.
Buenos
So the
Aires.
first one will be an S, and the second one will be a Z.
Buenos Aires.
That would be it in English, okay?
Okay.
So sometimes you say, it's stupid, I feel stupid doing it the English way.
Yeah.
No. But sometimes if you imitate, even in a stupid way, you get it. No? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
If you watch Mr. Bean, and he doesn't speak, no?
Yeah.
But if you watch the American comedies programs and you try and copy the Teletubbies or the Minions or whatever, then it can help.
Okay.
I don't even know what this means.
I don't know either. Charles. Hades. Hercules. Hermes. Hermes.
But we will say it with a Z.
Okay. Hermes.
Okay, some people say to me, but that's not an English word.
Yeah.
Now you're trying to teach me how the English people say this, okay? But do you go to London and say, I'm going to Paris next week? No, you don't.
Yeah.
You say, I'm going to Paris.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you guys say, I'm to Paris, and they think you're fucking mad. No? Or you say, I'm going to drink some champagne, and they think you're a little bit, I don't know, something. Everybody laughs, no? But it's like that. So I have a thing where we look at just the names of companies, and that's a helpful thing, because on the Spanish TV, it's not helping you, because all the companies, like Dove, because they say Duff, which means not good. Dove means paloma, no?
Yeah.
And Fairy, because they say Fiery, which means with fuego, no?
Yeah.
So to think about these things help you in it. If you go to Mexico or something, they speak better English because they have the products sold to them with the proper pronunciation.
Yeah.
That helps.
James. Mars. Moses. No, listen. Moses.
Crazy. Z and S. Normally you think it's the other way around. Ramses. But you can also say Ramses. Santa Claus. That's it.
Socrates. Sophocles.
Yeah, so you can see a word that you've never seen before or never thought about in English, but you still should be able to know how to say it.
Yeah. Always. As. Hers. His. Lens. Ours. Theirs. Yours. Yours.
Did you hear it?
Yeah. It's a difficult sound for me.
I know, but you can hear it.
Yeah.
You heard your mistake. The worst thing for you is the S and the Z in the same word.
Yeah, that's impossible for me. That's very difficult.
Imagine I'm Zidane.
Yeah.
Zidane. Yes. And you say to me, it's impossible for me. What do I say?
No, you need to try, right? I don't know.
Yeah. This is not impossible for you. You're Cristiano Ronaldo, we pay you a lot of money, you can try.
Yeah.
No?
Well, I'm not the Cristiano Ronaldo of English, but...
But in the city banking, you are like Real Madrid League. No? In banking, you are like Real Madrid. You're not like a little team from some little village. You're like...
Yeah, well, language.
Maybe you're not Ronaldo, but you're like Sergio Ramos or somebody on the main team. No?
Yeah, let's see.
No? So you have to be able to do this.
Yeah. All right. Gurus, menus, Zulus, Zulus.
Yes. So it's even harder with words that you say all the time in Spanish. It's the same word as in Spanish. Oof.
Analysis.
Okay, so this is probably a word that you use that we've just got no clue about. So the singular is...
Analysis.
So you tell me how you pronounce this then.
If you ask me, I say analysis.
So your guess is which one?
I say analysis.
So the first one is?
An S.
And the second?
An S.
That's correct. That's correct. Then we have the plural. And this is?
Analyses.
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 I think that's it. The second one is a Z.
Yeah.
So this is crazy. Analysis and analyses.
Yeah.
It's probably funny because it must be Greek or something, no? But it's the kind of word that you will use. Okay.
Yeah. Axes.
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 So let's think about this. The singular is what?
Axes. Axis.
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 And the second and the plural is?
Axes.
So what's happening here in the singular and the plural?
Yeah, yes, and the Z. Z.
Yes, yes, yes. And you can see it happening the same in both of them. Okay?
Right. Diagnosis.
Diagnoses.
Diagnoses.
And the singular?
Diagnose.
That's the verb. The singular?
Diagnostic.
That's an adjective. Diagnosis.
Diagnosis.
Diagnosis. Then the plural is?
Diagnosis.
So the first one is?
S.
And the second?
Z.
That's not what you did.
Yeah, I know. I'm still struggling with the noun being diagnosis. I always say it wrong. I've always said diagnostic. The diagnostic is...
Diagnostic is really an adjective. A diagnostic tool would be a tool that gives you a diagnosis.
Yeah, but I've always said, I've always said it wrong. I've always said the diagnostic is that...
Is. Yes.
So that's a noun.
There will always be people who use it wrong.
Okay.
For example, if you look at the world of football,
Yeah.
your footballer will say, I played good.
Yeah.
What type of word is good?
An adjective.
Adjective with
Adjective.
a V. So you want what type of word?
Well.
Exactly. Which is what type of word?
A verb. I don't know.
Come on. So play is what type of word?
A verb.
So
yeah, well, it's an adjective. Yeah.
What describes a verb?
Don't bring me the grammar.
Adverb.
An adverb. Yeah.
An adjective describes a noun.
I even forgot that adverbs exist as a category.
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 That's called elision.
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 The j. Elision.
Elision.
Because what we do is we take out a syllable instead of saying category.
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 That's it. What were we talking about?
The verbs, the adverbs, and the fact that some football players don't know how to speak, and investment bankers.
Not just investment bankers.
It's been a very humbling session, this one.
Well, the idea of the idea of my classes is not to make
No,
you
I agree.
look stupid. I work for you. You're the
No,
client.
no.
My job is to make you look good.
I'm trying to break a joke.
Yeah. I understand. One of the reasons that you may have a confusion between adjectives and adverbs, since you left your King's College, which is basically an English-speaking school, no?
Yeah.
Because you went to work in America. And in America, even the people who are supposedly educated often do not make a difference between adjectives and adverbs. They just use an adjective for everything. So they'll say, I did good. And you get a president of America saying, I did good. Well, they may have changed the concepts of adjectives and adverbs and now say it's correct in American English, but that may give you the confusion.
Okay.
So you may have heard a lot of people making that same mistake. So what we're looking at here, singular, dialysis.
Dialysis.
Plural, dialyses.
Dialyses.
Neurosis.
Neurosis.
Neuroses.
Neuroses.
I'm not really teaching you how to pronounce some weird medical words. The aim of the game is just to find some really fucking difficult words with an S and a Z that fuck you up. That's the end of the game, so don't worry. Oasis.
Oasis.
Like the group, no? Oasis.
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 You're saying a bit Z. Oasis.
Oasis.
Oases.
Oases.
Osmosis.
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 So the first one is...
S. Os. S.
No, the first one is a Z.
Wow.
The second and third of the singular are S. And the final, as always with the plural, is the Z. Osmosis.
Osmosis.
No! Osmosis.
It ends up in an S.
Listen. Osmosis.
Osmosis.
Sis. As in sister.
This.
No, sister.
Sister.
Osmo-sister.
Osmo-sister.
That's it. Osmosis.
Osmosis.
Then the plural is osmoses.
Osmoses.
So if we find the most difficult word that you can find, and you can get this right, then when you have normal word, you're okay. Thesis.
Thesis.
No. Thesis.
Thesis.
You can tell how I'm pronouncing it. You can block your ears, but you can see it. Look. Thesis. You can see, no?
Thesis.
Theses.
Thesis.
You can see it, no? You can see theses.
Thesis.
That's it, no?
Thesis.
That helped you to see it.
It's hard.
We're going to have a break.